Obama. May Nunava. Meet this America.
Yeah, what you know about dropping fake though? You ever drop fake?
Every day.
Yeah, I drop faked way too much, dude. I'm almost at the point with my lady that I can just, let it rip. I almost Dutched oven it. Dutched. How would the pat? I
You
almost
got it.
got her in a Dutch oven last night.
Almost choked her out in my farts.
Yeah, I I threatened it, but I didn't actually do it. Cause I was so tired last night. I think I just passed out like immediately. I was watching the UFC with Balal Mohammed, and that went to like 1 a.m. and I'm old, so once that was over, I was just like, all right, it's bedtime.
That's way past bedtime.
It was bad, man. It's all good. It's fine.
I stayed up till like 2:30 last night, but that's still way past bedtime.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked. Why were you up that late?
Nah, it's fine. I wake up before noon, so it's okay. I get the job done.
Dude, some of the people we know don't get up until the afternoon now, so that's cool.
Really? Like 3 p.m. girlies?
Yep. Yep.
That's crazy. That's like a straight shot. That's a slip and slide to misery. Like,
Yeah.
you just wake up and the sun's going to sleep. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not cool. I think a lot of it's tied to the whole like staying up till 5 a.m. doing drugs, playing Counter-Strike, or League of Legends. It's the current year, bro. We got to give up the drugs, or you got to give up one.
No,
You gotta get either
survive.
League or the drugs, man.
League of the drugs. I had I read something. You might disagree with me,
Okay.
but I read that like music is the new smoking.
Is it?
Well, it's just like how like music used to be something like an experience to kind of like be enjoyed, whether you like typically saw it live or you played it yourself,
Okay.
or like older people, they'll just sit by a radio in a chair and just listen to the music.
Yeah.
Like it's I'm gonna focus. Like the music is the activity versus now it's just like I'm just gonna anything that I'm doing the most mundane shit possible. I'm gonna have some music that I really don't even care about.
Yeah.
Like walking into CVS. Why do I need music for that?
That's a good point.
And so just like kind of like how cigarettes used to be, like people just chain smoke it all day because it
Yeah.
just keep a constant buzz. People just constantly buzzing with music. just with slop too. Like it's become like cigarettes and that it's just like it's just bad for the body.
Yeah.
And so I've been like music fasting.
Okay.
Just like I'll stay up to like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and then just listen to music when the world is quiet.
Mhm.
And I mean I haven't done it long enough to be like, oh, this is like for sure the way, but it's better. Like that then just like you just put on something and then do yard work.
Yeah.
You don't really pay attention.
I see. I found when I've done that as well, going back to like playing music, it's way more enjoyable, and things don't seem so stale.
Things don't seem so stale. Things aren't so boring.
Yeah, life isn't so sad.
That's it, I think too. Is it's just like I mean, I don't know if music is necessarily the best it's ever been, but there's still good things being made. But you don't really appreciate it when you just flood yourself with it daily.
Yeah.
Like humans adapt for good or for worse. So it's just like if you're adapting to the good stuff and then reveling in the shit, it's just misery.exe.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something with that. I don't know. I feel like most of the people that like we know, at least, nobody's really excited about anything coming out, People just, oh, hey, this guy made something. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, there's exactly. It's just like, oh wow, cool. They made something, and they'll like something a dude worked for like a year and a half on.
Yeah.
They'll give it like 30 minutes of like half attention, and then just into the bin.
Yeah. Well, dude, I mean that's literally with everything though. Like the whole DJT getting hit, like nobody cares about that anymore. It's been like what, 2 weeks, a week.
They care more about the JD Vance shit now.
Yeah. Like what
Which
he.
did you
Sorry.
hear what he did, dude, or what was alleged that he did?
Nah. Nah, I
Now,
haven't.
so okay, so he has this. So he's like a alt right king. He's like
Okay.
pretty based. That he has like a whole slew of old tweets and interviews that just look horrible.
That's nice. We like that.
But he has this book called Hillbilly Elegy,
Okay.
and he grew up in like the Midwest, and I think like he grew up in a very like disenfranchised situation. I think there was like drugs and stuff involved, and he just like rose out of it. Like went to Yale, joined the military, became like a success story. And so
Yeah.
he wrote this book about like how he would fix that part of the those problems that plague the Midwest and those specific cultural issues. And then the publishing, and then so in the beginning he wrote like a little first chapter memoir of his life.
Yeah.
But then the rest of it was just kind of like policy. And the publishing company was like, "This is boring. This is a really boring book. But the first chapter is amazing. So if you just write like a memoir, we'll publish that." And so he basically just kind of created this like, Midwestern small town life story that he has, and it did very well. And then, and then like people on Twitter don't like him, so they made up a passage that was just real enough about him getting a latex glove and putting it in between his couch and fucking it.
Oh
But
boy.
no, but like people like it's a very niche population that would buy a politician's book and read it.
Yeah.
Politician's memoir.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like no one read it, so no one so it just gained traction. And then and it's like there were news agencies that had to be like, JD Vance didn't fuck the couch.
We apologize. We redact it.
Yeah, we don't. This is fake news. Fact check alert.
Fact check alert. JD Vance doesn't pork his couch.
Doesn't pork his couch. But it's too late. The memes are already like, just him with couches.
I'm sure it's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really cool. And just because of it, like historically, like when you name a VP, that typically boosts your poll numbers
Mm-hmm.
because you pick a guy who's like pretty popular, kind of gets people like motivated and moving.
Yeah.
This dude is like a fucking boulder, just a wet rock.
Nice.
But he seems. I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything really about him. Like the termly online, people will call him a Nazi. I'm not gonna say I defend him because like I don't know anything about him, and I don't want to be tied to defending a dude I don't really know anything about. But his story is pretty like he's a man of the people. In the sense of like he grew up poor, I think. Right? He's not poor anymore, but like he's more relatable in the sense of like rather than just like a dude who has been born rich and has only ever known being rich.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then like his family connections, like being a Bush, for instance, like you only have that job because of your family. Versus he's just some Ohio dude who hung out
and made the right decisions in his life.
Yeah, but then again, like for real though, like he could have for sure have done like horrible things, and I just don't know it. Which is the best
I mean, I'm sure he has. Everyone has, dude.
Yeah.
There's no innocent people in this planet. This is what I've learned. I've been contemplating this the past few days. A few days ago, I found a bag that had maybe some Special K in it. It was just like a loose bag hidden away.
You can just find that.
Yeah. Well, because it was like I remember what it was from. I gave the Onion like this bag of maybe I gave this Onion. I'm trying to, how do I not get incriminated here. I may have done that.
I went into my vegetable patch and I gave my produce.
Yeah, my produce to the onion. Back when we were still going to school, and I guess I saved the bag because I looked in the bag and like you could see all the crystals like stuck to the sides. So there was still like a considerable amount. So what I did was I like sprinkled it up, with my fingers, kind of like how when you scratch your nuts, like the pinch and roll method.
Yeah.
I did that to the Ziploc. I pinch and rolled the Ziploc, and I got it into the corner and I cut it with a knife, the corner of the bag, and then I dumped it onto my laptop because my laptop is my preferred surface for insufflating things, because it's a hard top surface and it nothing sticks to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it gets the job done.
Yeah, you can really get a good runway for anything that you need.
Good scrape.
So I did that, yeah, dude, and it was like a pile. Like the amount of produce that came out of this fucking
big boy a lot.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why. I really didn't think it was a lot, but it was a lot. And then I rewatched Everything Everywhere All at Once. In the dark, and then about halfway through that film, I had to turn all the lights on, and I paced back and forth in my room for 10 minutes.
How'd that feel?
Not good.
Or was it good?
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I did the grave old mistake of fighting the K-hole. And you can't fight the K-hole, man. You just gotta jump in.
Yeah, you just gotta jump in. You just gotta let it consume you.
Yeah.
You just gotta be,
You gotta be brave. You gotta be brave like Kamala. But I was not. I fought it, and it took me down like a really fucked up path. And like I was watching that movie, and then I was like experiencing everything, as gay as that sounds, in the K-hole, and I was like, this is just melting my monkey brain. I was like, I don't know how to process like how my consciousness is gonna handle the infinite,
That's the thing, is that it usually breaks.
Yeah.
If you're not ready, if you don't train, it's like running a marathon. Your legs will break if you don't train.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. So that was like overwhelming, and then like I had the little skit sesh, and then right after that I just sat back down, finished the movie, went to sleep. Like nothing ever happened.
Did you learn anything?
Nah, not really, other than the fact that like I'm not ready.
Sick. I learned, that's the one thing, like I got into like a major argument, and I was like very emotionally disturbed during this argument.
Yeah.
And afterwards I learned that I gained awareness of another, switch that I have if you want to upset me.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Like I learned this is what bothered me and why. So like I learned a little bit about myself, and I came out of it. I was like, this was good.
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
I was like mad, but I was like, this is good. Like I learned like this new part about me that's still sensitive to these ideas.
Gotcha.
And still wants these things, and like very cool.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. I've been trying to do the whole like just breathe while you're angry and just do the thing anyway. Been trying real hard to be like a, not self-righteous, but like, just suck it up and fucking do it type shit. And
I'm big into self-righteous. I'm big into the proselytizing. I'm big into sanctimonious.
Yeah.
I'm a saint now.
I like that. Way. I like that.
I like that.
Sainthood. No, it's been pretty bad. But I don't know. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Nice. Nice. No, I mean I've just been thinking, like I've been kind of not in like a rut in terms of ideas. I've actually been having like really good ideas, but I've been trying to like I'm gonna give myself a prompt to like just exercise different writing muscles. If that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
And so like I had this idea for like a UPS food truck serial killer.
Nice.
And I wrote this like I mean like it was garbage and I deleted it out of shame. But it was this
Classic.
but it was this thing of like a person he goes to like Kensington or something, and he has like a UPS truck that he like retrofitted to become like an air fryer,
Mm-hmm.
and then he like kidnaps the sleeping tranked out homeless and then cooks them in his air fryer UPS truck, like rotating like a rotisserie chicken type thing, but
Okay. But a deep
but
fry?
like vertically, so they're hanging like from their feet.
Ah, okay.
And then yeah, and he drives around, and then like he cooks them, and then he like incorporates their like he makes like carnitas out of them. he sells the carnitas and because it's like an ice cream truck UPS thing, so he sells because like if you're on heroin, you like love ice cream, I guess.
Yeah.
And so he sells carnitas and ice cream to the homeless, and so like they eat each other, you know.
That's kind of
And
cool.
so he just drives around and he plays like Dracula through the streets of Kensington.
Fuck.
And then I was just like, this is so stupid, and I just deleted it.
No,
But-
dude. You could have went even further with that. With like, if they're eating
I mean,
each
I
other.
could just. It was only like 3 pages. I could rewrite it. It doesn't. It's not like I deleted a whole book.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying like you could have had like the homeless have like a mad cow disease type situation happen.
Where I create like a new like disease that plagues the fucking homeless.
Yeah. Because they're eating each other.
Nah, but like,
It's not a bad.
have you ever
movie,
heard of the book
actually.
called like The Master and Margarita?
Nah.
It's by like Bulgakov. It's like a famous Russian story, but it basically is a dude who he lived in like Soviet times, and he worked on. It's like a famous book, and he worked on it for years and years, and then he was like, "This is cringe," and he like destroyed it. And then afterwards, he was like, "Hold on, I'm stupid," and he rewrote the whole thing
No.
over again. And it became like it's a famous book today, but like it's just funny like how, you know, people just do that. People just for real write something and then just get consumed by shame and ego,
Yeah.
and then just be like, oh wait, God wanted me to do it. I gotta do it again.
That's so retarded.
Yeah.
How did you remember all of it?
And that's kind of the thing, right? Is like, is it really you that's writing it?
That's probably the gayest thing that you could say, but I get it.
No,
We're just like
there's a weird-
vessels for the divine, man.
I'm not even saying that. I'm not even saying that. But like there's a dude, his name is I think like Brandon Sorensen or something. He's like a famous fantasy writer, like a George R.R. Martin
Nice.
or Brandon Sanderson.
Does he like wieners too?
He probably does.
Yeah.
He looks like it.
Fucking
But-
Fanuc.
But he talks about like he has like a creative writing class that he posted online of like his lectures, like when he would like teach in a school.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched it, and he was like, "There's a specific routine that each of you have to perfect to where you can get to a place where you just have the ideas and it all seemingly comes together like magic.
Yeah.
I can't do that for you. You have to figure out how to get to that place reliably and consistently." And so he just, in his Soviet, you know, Moscow apartment, he just figured it out where it all came together perfectly. So
Yeah. Well, that's cool. He figured out his process, man.
that's really like, I mean, I don't have one reliable yet, but like nothing can get done without it.
Yeah.
Like even if it's just like the Stephen King unsustainable, I'm gonna drink and do cocaine. Like
It's still a process, yeah.
yeah, like if you just kind of half-ass it and just like I'll just write when it comes to me, and I'll just
Nah.
do what I feel like it. Like you will get nothing done.
Yeah.
You will die having done nothing.
No, yeah. I'm noticing that with like my own stuff right now. I just like it. There'll be days where it's like, oh, I think I'm developing some sort of framework for this, and then just gone. Next day, gone.
Just gone. Just it's over.
Yeah, but it's all right. I think I'm on the cusp. I feel it.
I feel Brat Summer coming.
I feel Brad so right at the end, dude. Right at the end. I will say this, dude. Fucking summer's been flying by.
Yeah.
Been flying.
I think
by.
that this is like, unfortunately, I think this is like where I think the rest of life is just gonna fly by.
Yeah.
You know, like I think this is where kind of life speeds up. Like we're going downhill right now. Not in like things getting worse, but like just speed wise. Like,
Yeah, speed wise. Everything's just speeding up. I know.
like the fall is gonna speed up just like this. The winter's gonna speed up.
Yeah. And then that's just gonna be it. It's just gonna just keep being like that.
And then we're gonna have shingles.
Yeah. Gonna have shingles and bitch at fucking everyone else for buying the wrong connectors to the hose. And then talk about how, oh, I don't want to fucking return it. And then have your wife who hates you return it.
Command your wife who hates you. Return.
Yeah. Dude, I knew, like, I know I'm starting to get, like, old in their eyes when it's like, I left Friday night. I didn't tell my mother what was happening. I was just like, yeah, I'm going out. She's like, you drinking? I was like, because the original plan was to go out with Muhammad.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, probably. And then I just like walked out the door. I didn't tell anybody like I was staying the night over at that house or anything. And just like, I didn't get like a text or nothing. That's how I knew, dude. I was like, fuck.
Graduate.
They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care.
They really, it's those days where they don't care.
You know? Which is kind of sad, but it's like, whatever.
I think it's just natural.
I think so too. But I wish that was the case for everything. I wish that would just get applied like with
Across
a broad
the board.
Yeah, but it's not, you know.
Yeah, it's what suits them.
Yeah.
It's never about you, really. That's kind of the best part. Is it's never really like ever about you. It's more so just trickle down about them.
It's entirely about them. I think Tim Dillon has a great point about that. You know, where it is truly the most selfish people on this planet
To ever live.
Yeah. And then to have the balls and blame us. It's like, dude, I don't know what to do.
We have like the true path is just JD fans. I think.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, because while we were talking, I looked at his
Marines?
Wikipedia page, and I can see why he's like based king.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like socially, he's like really like insane, but economically, he seems pretty good. In the sense of like he seems like he wants to. Like typically right wing politicians are like it's like Reagan stuff of like less taxes for the rich. It'll help, you know, like helping the corporations helps everyone.
Yeah.
But he's like, that's really bad, and we need like antitrust, and there's monopolies, and like unions are good, and like we have to give people better wages.
Well, that's cool.
Like war is bad. Yeah. So like economically seems okay, but like socially it's just crazy.
Why? What's his? I'm telling you, when I'm not in the loop at all, I'm not in the loop at all, man.
No, I didn't know about this dude. I legit hadn't heard his name until he was like nominated.
Yeah.
I don't care. This doesn't like creatively and just like mini life skills. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
This is extra.
No,
but
of course.
he's like hard like opposing abortion, opposing gay marriage.
Okay.
No gun control.
Okay.
No transgender healthcare for minors. Like just no. There's no olive branch to the left.
No,
whatsoever.
no, he's based king, like you said.
Yeah, he's based king. Like there's just no. He's a Marine. You know, he's true Semper Fi values.
Yeah. Dude, he could be a fake Marine though. You ever see that movie That's My Boy with Adam Sandler?
Oh.
Oh, dude, it's
Adam Sandler stolen valor.
Dude, no. So in this, I'm totally gonna spoil this movie because I don't think you're ever gonna watch it. But
I don't care.
Dude, so Adam Sandler, spoiler alert for all of the people listening. It's this movie where like a teenage kid like fucks his teacher and impregnates her and she goes to jail, but she still has the kid. And it's like Adam Sandler's kid and he's Donnie from Somerville. And he names his kid Han Solo Burger. And he's like a fat Jew and like eventually loses the weight and like they lose touch and everything, but then Donnie's gonna go to prison because he owes the IRS like 40 grand. And so the whole movie is just him trying to get like the money out of his kid because his kid ended up being like a JD Vance and like pulled himself up by his bootstraps. Fucking it's like a huge hedge fund bro and all this stuff. So they reconnect and they have ups and downs and turbulent all this shit. But so Han Solo's fiance's brother is like a Marine, but he's not. He's a Stolen Valley guy and he's actually a jazz dancer.
Dang.
And there's like a plot twist at the end that Han Solo's fiance is fucking the brother and the boss and like everybody else to get like ahead in life. So it's like I don't know. The movie's pretty funny.
No, like there's
just
a
made me think
real
of that.
like awesome, unique trash flavor to like Boston-based movies, like
Yeah.
Ted.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
It's
just
yeah.
real garbage films.
They're really not good.
Yeah, but they last and they have cultural resonance for some reason. It's really interesting.
Yeah. Well, because like at one point too, there's like a, so they're staying because the wedding's happening at this place on the Cape, and it's like a big mansion and it's owned by the boss of Han Solo, and the boss's mom's there and she's like a gilf, but she's not really. Like, she's like old and like gross looking. Excuse
She's
me.
an attempted guilt.
Not even, dude. It's just like Donnie stays in the guest room and like jacks off every night, and then like finds a picture of her when she's like young, and next to a picture of her when she's old, and like there's like a good 5-minute scene of Adam Sandler beating his meat to like an old lady, and then like the next night she comes in and fucks him.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
I totally forgot too. The uncle in the movie is Vanilla Ice.
You know, like he, what's kind of said about him, I think, is really true, and that like he just pitches movies and plays like he gets like a bullshit script. The cast are his friends,
Yeah.
and then he just picks a setting to where he wants to go on vacation.
Yeah.
Right, like he wants to go to Italy. We're filming a fucking shitty movie with Jennifer Aniston. in Italy.
Yeah. Who killed Roger Rabbit in Italy?
Yeah. Just so we can vacation there and have fun. And I think that's what it is. I think he's just like...
Dude, I think this movie too genuinely was to get Vanilla Ice out of debt, because they talk about it in the movie.
Probably.
Like Vanilla Ice is like, yeah, bro, I fucking 40% goes to Queen, 50% goes to or 60% goes to the label, or some shit. Or no, it was I fucked that up. He goes 50 goes to Queen, 60 goes to the label. Every time they play that shit, I lose money.
I got 60% APR for 96 months.
Yeah.
What am I gonna
He's got a
do?
house to pay and fucking royalties. It's funny though, cause like I think cause it came out. I don't know. That's My Boy. Let's see when it came out. I think it came out in like 2020 maybe.
I think 20. I'm on the Wikipedia. It's 2012.
2012.
This is a different reality timeline. Like,
Gotcha.
the world was a different place in 2012.
Yeah. Dude, so anyway, that makes more sense then. He literally dug his fucking buddy out of debt, I think, with this movie. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But it's
No,
funny.
it with the name Han Solo Burger,
Yeah.
this script was written in a weekend. It was for sure. They just got 10 people in a room and said, "We're not leaving. Like, it's Friday.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to be out of here by Tuesday. You know, we have a porta potty."
Well, dude,
we
plus the teacher's Susan Sarandon.
Yeah, no, we have interns that will bring us food. We're not leaving until something is shat out.
Yeah. And I'll
Right?
say
We're gonna
it.
steal an archetypal plot line. and we're gonna fill it with bullshit, and it's gonna be glorious. We're gonna make $50 million, just enough to cover budget, just enough to pay our boy.
Holy shit. All right, this is totally off topic, but I got down a rabbit hole.
It's a cinema rabbit hole.
Yeah, and like have you ever watched the Big Lebowski?
Yeah.
You know the pedophile Jesus bowler guy?
The bowler guy?
Yeah, it's played by John Turturro.
No. I only know like John Goodman, Steve Buscemi. Those are the only bowlers I remember.
Yeah, no, there's like a bad guy at the bowling alley, and he's like
I mean, I googled him. He does look like
the Jesus.
The
I
Malcolm
think he
Gladwell
literally calls
dude.
himself the Jesus. They made like a spin-off movie in 2019 called The Jesus Rolls. It got 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. This
Yeah, I'm
looks
looking at this now.
terrible.
This looks crazy. He has the bowling ball and a hairnet. That's
Dude, he's got
crazy.
dreads.
Yeah, he's got dreads.
Or excuse me, cornrows. He's got cornrows.
Yeah, like honestly, Hollywood is so interesting in that like if you're just there long enough and know everyone, you can just do whatever you want. You could really just do whatever you want.
Dude, if you throw enough money at some shit, like the Jesus roll, like why?
Why? Because these people, they're all. It's a hellscape city that they live in. LA is a fucking. It's a psychological experiment that destroys the psyches of everyone who lives there. You either adapt and become psycho like them, or you get chewed out and go to Skid Row, or you leave.
Yeah, or you go back to the Midwest where you come from.
Yeah.
And everybody asks, "How was LA?" And you can't tell them that you got raped 7 times and you fucking.
Yeah, you can't tell them you did that. Or even like you talk to them and now you can't relate to them either. Like it sunk its teeth in you and it didn't fully get you, but it changed you.
Yeah, LA changed you, bro.
LA changed you. Like there's this fucking pedophile ventriloquist from the 80s who would like eat the kids.
Huh.
Yeah, like he looked like a pedophile. He looked kind of fucking crazy, but he had this doll, and he would speak to kids, and I guess he would also like just fuck and eat them. Where this is getting totally not demonetized.
It's fine. Keep going. I'm intrigued.
But like, I just imagine like like these are the people that you work with, right? Because I'm not saying that he's everyone in Hollywood, but he had a show. This was like the 80s. Like,
Yeah.
he had a show. Like he was.
Well, that's the whole Jimmy Savile shit.
I don't know who that guy is.
That's the guy from the UK. He was like the biggest TV producer in the UK, and he had like a bunch of kid shows too, on public access and all this shit. And it turns out he like raped like 300 kids.
Dude, it's crazy.
Why? Like why? Like
why? I don't know.
I just don't get it. Why kids?
You know what it honestly is like. I heard a story. This could be fake, but I heard a thing of like a dude who he had like a tumor in his brain.
Okay.
And it made him want to fuck kids. And then like he got the tumor removed. Like he went to the doctor. He's like, "Doc, like all of a sudden like I kind of want to like fuck kids and like I don't this is to do and I don't know what to do." And they like scanned his brain. And he had a tumor.
Yeah.
And they took out the tumor and then he was fine.
Huh.
Yeah. So like I'm not saying that they all have tumors, but there's for sure like some neurological cross-firing.
Yeah.
That occurred like either like in the womb during development, like when your brain is being formed.
Mm-hmm.
That causes that. Because I don't get it, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I don't like kids.
The world's greatest mind. How do we solve it?
Pedophilia? I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the fact that it's been a thing for like the entire time we've been here.
Yeah. No, it's
don't
really
like
crazy
that.
too. That like societally we all kind of just like we recognize that it's just not going away.
Yeah.
and like we don't like there isn't some concerted effort by like the global government to like let's psychologically run like a series of studies to like figure this out.
Yeah,
Like
to
what
try and like
causes this?
figure. Yeah, why is this so ingrained into human society?
Yeah, like as it, like the problem ends when you put him in jail. Like you're crazy. You're crazy. Like it's some kind of I don't know.
Something's going wrong.
Wait, they need Jesus.
They need Jesus.
They
It's
need the
funny
Lord.
as we're talking about this, I have like a bracelet with a cross on it, like in my hands right now. I just broke it. Fuck.
I just broke it. And just like that, the Lord is on the side of the show.
Shit.
On the side of the show.
That's all right. I'll figure it out some other time. Put that back in the pocket. Focus on what's at hand. I watched I watched a tranny at work last week eat sausage and peppers on a roll at 3 a.m. He's a big motherfucker too.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had like tits, but like also the hairiest legs I've ever seen.
I honestly respect that.
Yeah. She was like
I respect that so hard.
6'3", maybe 6'4". Had like the
Yeah.
sun-kissed hair, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And just munching on a fucking sausage and peppers. It was really gross. I was like delirious. Just soaking.
It's
I was
3 a.m.
soaking wet. 3 a.m. lunch break. Look over and just a tranny just munching a sausage fucking sandwich.
You know.
Dude, and then I got up. I forgot about this. I don't know if I told you about this, but the one of the foreman people was like a really fat black lady that was like just such a cunt. She was just so rude.
Yeah, dude.
but
You just. Yes.
So
I'm sorry.
no,
You sparked up a story in my head, and like, I'm sorry.
no,
Continue.
I'm glad we're exposing these people, because fucking this lady, like everyone else was cool. Everyone else was like, they were like ex-felons and shit, but they were like the tits, you know? They were like nice, and they told you like if you fucked up, they would tell you how you did it and how to correct it and stuff. But this lady was just lazy, fat schlub. But anyway, so I get my food. I'm standing behind her in line. There's on the left-hand side, there's like cream puffs. Like there's like 100 of them. And she takes out a plate and she's like, "Oh my god, these are good." And she takes out like a whole plate and she's like piling them on. I'm like, "Oh, they're good? Are you sure?" She's like, "Yeah, this is some like rich people shit. There's like ice cream in the middle." And it's not ice cream. Like it's cream, but like she thought it was ice cream. And she's piling. She's like, I'm gonna go bring it over to the table over there, because I bet they don't even know what this shit is. I was like, they don't know what a cream puff is?
Oh man, dude.
And yeah, and she's just like a fat shit. And like I ate it, and I was just like, how retarded do you have to be to like? It's a fucking pastry.
Yeah.
You think ice cream's inside a like that would melt?
Why would they just leave ice cream to sit out?
That's what I'm saying. It was, I don't know. So that pissed me off because she was just such a bitch. But it was funny to like watch her like pile cream puffs up on a plate and be like, I'm gonna go bring it over to the table because they ain't gonna know what it is. As if it's like a fucking rare. It's a fucking cream puff, dude. Especially in this city, like people know what that shit is, dude.
Yeah, it's a person who like I think the key to everything is just like living with awareness, operating from a perspective of awareness.
Yeah.
Like there's the mind that has thoughts, and then there's that which like recognizes thoughts and then acts like irregardless of what the fucking, and irregardless is a word now,
Yeah.
of what the mind
Sopranos call out.
like let's say you want to or you have to work out, and then you're just like, man, like I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like there's like you have a choice. Like you can either have the awareness of like recognizing your bitch made and doing it anyway, or you could just have no awareness and just like, I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
What the mind wants, the mind gets, and that's that person. There's just it's the dumb thought of like mouth porn, sweet sugar give me now, and
Yeah.
like I need to hoard this, and like no one else knows what I see.
Yeah. Which is it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'll admit, dude, I took 2 of them. They were really good.
Yeah.
It was
sugar.
high quality stuff. I will admit that it was high quality stuff. But like she like piled them on this plate.
Yeah.
I was just like, what
No,
the
no
fuck?
one else knows what I know.
Dude, she was built like
I'm the
Mrs.
best.
Pearl. Is that the teacher from SpongeBob, Mrs. Pearl?
Yeah.
Yeah. She looked like that. I was like, how did you get here? Like, how did you work your way up to like managing, like production crew? It's gotta be nepotism.
Yeah, it's she knows someone who did her a favor, as well as like it's a fucking, there's for sure a code switching that happens, but it's like when it's her boss, she just verbally sucks people off and kisses ass, and just like just knows how to manipulate to get to where she doesn't, to get to her prime position. I don't have to do anything, but I get everything.
But yeah, you don't have to do anything, but you're also in a point where you get paid well enough, as well as like you're technically higher up on the totem pole. You're in charge of something.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like, all right, I'm in charge of telling all these people when they're on break. You know?
I ring the slave bell.
Basically, yeah. It's like, all right, slop time, boys.
Get your cream puffs, get your ice cream.
Yeah, that looks heavy. Why don't you pick that up for me?
Yeah.
It's like, God, you
Boy,
fucking
oh boy.
bitch.
No, but we were talking off air about like getting jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was looking like into getting like a job as well, and then going on a lot of websites, and then a lot of the positions they'll say, so here's the application or volunteer portal. If you are a student, then there's like check to see if there's like check with your school to see if there's like a formalized agreement between the organization and the school.
Yeah.
And you got to do it through that. And then so I go to the school, I make an appointment with this guy. It's at 1:30. I show up at 1. It's empty. It's a ghost town. And so I walk in. I'm like, all right, well maybe they could see me early because there's no one here. There's one lady at the desk, and then I tell her, and then she's like, all right, I'll let them know that you're here, and they'll call you when they're ready. And then so I wait for 40 minutes. It's 1:40, and then the dude comes out, and he's like, "Are you?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "For the thing," and I'm like, "Yep, it's me. There's no one else here."
Fucking,
Trust.
do you
Like,
see any other living soul in this fucking building?
Yeah. And then he's like, "They didn't tell me you were here." And I'm like, "There's no way." And I look to, I'm in the waiting room, and I just look at the lady at the fucking desk.
Yeah.
This fat, just typical, just fat, just literally probably playing solitaire on this computer because there's no one here.
Yep.
Nothing to do. There's no phone calls to pick up.
No.
There's no one to talk to. She was like, "Yeah, I'll let them know," and then she just did nothing.
And she did nothing. That's cool.
Proceeded to insane. And then because the guy was like, "Yeah, like if I'd known you were here, I could have seen you sooner." And I'm like, I want to kill someone.
Yeah, no, that irks me so much.
I want to kill.
Cause that bitch does nothing all day.
Yeah, all day. And then like I could complain further. Like so, I asked the dude like, "Hey," so I looked into these specific organizations. If you go on the website, it'll show that you need like some kind of relationship with the school. So does the school have a relationship with these organizations? And he's like, "I don't know." And I'm like, "Well, is there someone you could send me to that would know?" And he's like, "I actually don't know that either. But what I can tell you, go on LinkedIn. You can find jobs there."
What?
It was insanity. I was like, it's like I was also in this mode of like, is this person a real guy? Like, is this a real human being? Like, there's no way that I sat in a waiting room for 40 minutes to be told to make a LinkedIn account. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
To be like, hey, I know I'm supposed to be interviewing for you for this position, but anyway, have you heard of this website called LinkedIn?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff on there, man.
There's a lot of stuff on there. It's insane. But so eventually he was just like, yeah, just go on LinkedIn, just search, and then like it's a numbers game, but you'll get it eventually. You seem competent. And I'm like, well, okay. And I just pick up my stuff that I go outside. There's some youths that are loud, and one like bat like within close proximity to me,
Oh.
and he didn't get me. But it was actually like a dangerous moment of like, this kid is a minor. If I was to have a rage moment
Yeah.
and scream at him, it probably wouldn't have been good. But I was very close. I was just looking at him. I was like, God loves you that you did not spit on you just now.
This is your lucky day. I just sat 40 minutes in a fucking
Yeah,
in
just
purgatory.
to be told to fucking, go on LinkedIn.
Oh, dude. Yeah, speaking of fucking just getting pissed like that, on Friday, we took the boat out, Muhammad's boat, and everything's going well. Like, he charged the battery and everything, but he said to me before we left, he goes, listen, the last time we went on this thing, on the way back, there was a point, like, close to the shore where it got stuck at, like, the lowest speed. And that was that. And it was just like, all right, it shouldn't do that. We charged the battery. You know what I mean? It was full. The motor looked fine. Nothing was tangled. We're at, like, near, like, the walking area. Like, that's how far we went from the boat area. And sure enough, this thing, for whatever reason, just tops out at the fucking first. Like, you can turn the handle to be max speed. Nope. It gets stuck at one speed. The whole time we were fucking fishing and just, like, hanging out, the booze hasn't hit yet, you know? As soon as that thing, like, started fucking just getting slow as shit, that's all the booze hit. The sun comes back out. It takes 39 minutes for us to get back to the boat loading area.
Oh, God, dude.
And the whole
Did
time...
you have, like, a hat at least?
No. Just
cooking up there.
Just baking in the sun. To the point where, like, it was sunset by the time we got back. And I was like, this is hell. This is, like, truly purgatory. Because, like, sitting there, no booze, ran out of booze early, had to pissed off the boat twice. And, like, for the listeners, it's like a 8-foot boat, like a dinghy.
Yeah, it's a poor man's dinghy.
Yeah.
It's
not really even a boat. It's like a kayak.
Yeah, that's more what I was trying to say.
But
just a big kayak with a motor.
Dude, and just, like, having literally nothing to talk about because we're going so slow and everything's just like, just please God, just kill me. Just kill me. Because, like, there's no way to pass that time. You know, and he's fat as shit, so I think that's what it is. I think he's just getting so fat now that it weighs down the battery so much in the back.
He's single-handedly, like, just, like, the force required to move the boat, the battery, he's not built.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. I think we're overweight capacity. It has to be that it's just draining the battery so much. I don't know. I did get some funny pictures of him laying. I'll send them to you after this, though.
Well, yeah, you gotta make him into a twink, dude. You gotta psyop him into being a twink.
I mean, we got the bodybuilder's been training him, so
it changed his life, dude.
It would. He would, like, finally get pussy, and, you know, I shouldn't say finally. He's got pussy before, but he'd get pussy again and stop being, like, a deviant.
You know, it would actually be hilarious.
What?
Is if he gets, like, shredded, like the bodybuilder friend, and then he's like, actually, like, you guys are lame. I would be
happy.
That would be so funny. I'd be happy.
Yeah. I would feel good about that. I would actually be like, I'm so glad this happened.
And be like, yeah, I am lame. You know what? I'm the narcissist. How about that?
Dude.
I'll go even a step further.
Because last night, they were trying to get me to go to the fucking casino again. And the voice of reason was the Onion. The Onion was like, you know what? because he's been stacking packages at UPS. He's like, I finally have, like, a little bit of pocket money from slaving away in the trailer. I don't want to spend it in one night at blackjack. And I was like, honestly, respect. I can respect that. But fucking Fat Iranian's like, hey, man, we have to go. This is God testing us. He's trying to nuke this word. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I resisted, but he fucking, right after he texted me that, he sends a video of him in the group chat, like, pulled over, and I was like, I know he just came from the liquor store. And shortly after that, he's like, yeah, dude, I just ripped a nip. I don't have my license or registration. Cop let me go because I was like right near my house.
Oh, yeah, no, it's like the warning signs are all here.
Yeah.
Like when the true crime documentary is made, and it's like you seeing all these things happen. Why did you stay? Why did you think this was a good idea?
Yeah. No, it's not good. In fact, it's quite bad. And it makes me
Not
feel
good.
bad to see these people. You know?
Yeah, but there's beach soon.
Yeah, there is
And
beach soon. I'm thinking,
hyped.
I haven't asked my aunt yet. I should probably call her. I might call her tomorrow, or I'll ask my dad and see if he'll give her a call today, and then I'll just hop on while he's talking to her. That would be
No, you
tits.
just do public beach.
Yeah, no, there's a couple too. I know a couple good ones. So if it doesn't work out, we have options. But that would just be nice because, you know, don't have to deal with anybody then, dude. It's just nice. It's just nice,
Yeah.
rich
You do
wasps.
yoga on the beach, dude. We could just embrace our inner.
I'm gonna munch a little bit of mushies if we go.
Nice.
Just like a micro. I like doing that at the beach. Really
I'd
get-
probably I think I'd probably like get really gay if I did that.
yeah, I've
I'd for
only
sure take off like all my clothes. Like, I'd get really gay.
I've only done it with my lady, and I get really like sentimental and fucking gay. I'm just like, this is nice.
This is nice. I really like you. You know, I appreciate you. You know, like I'm sorry that I don't do this more often. Like I'm really sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm such a piece of shit.
I'm sorry, you're a piece of shit. I'm trying. I'm trying to be a better man to my kid. Just I'm trying.
I do love your cooking. I do.
It's not shit. The meatballs last time weren't shit. Sorry, I said they were.
Oh man, I could crush me. Oh dude, my mom's making bruschetta tonight and fucking shrimp. I picked up a baguette from the store. I'm so ready.
Healthy eating. I'm gonna have rice and steak.
Nice, dude.
Probably mango or banana for lunch.
I like it. I
And
like
then
it.
just repeat it for dinner.
Yeah.
And then, well, actually, I take it back. Have that for dinner with a cup of expired whey.
Sick. Yeah,
What I do-
I'm with you, dude. I didn't realize mine was, but it is.
Yeah. No, it's mine expired in like January of this year.
Yeah.
I get a scoop. I put it in a red Solo cup. Pour milk in, and I
Yeah.
get a knife and I just chop it up.
Yeah. Do you do it till it's not chunky, or you just eat the chunks?
No, I eat the chunks,
Yeah.
and then and then after the first glass, I pour milk in to get the residual stuff that clings to the side,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
kind of swish it around like it's fucking like a toothpaste.
Yeah. And I imagine that's like an instant shit for you, right? That's just like an instant shotgun blast that he has.
It's not instant, but a couple hours the timer begins.
Yeah.
The timer's immediately set.
I was
Couple
gonna
hours.
say, how does that work for you? Like, how are you not like adapting yet?
Well, because it's like, so with normal milk, it's fine, but just whey, it's expired whey is a problem. But then
Yeah.
again, like, the problem is, like, you should probably have the whey every day.
Yeah. I don't.
I only drink whey when I feel like I've earned it.
Yeah.
When it's like a hard workout.
Yeah.
So that's why it's expired. Like, I've been using this single tub for like years. Just 'cause
Yeah.
it's like I don't feel like I earn it consistently.
No, I get it, dude. I was talking to my boss about that actually this on Friday. I was just like, I've just started doing like the protein shakes again because I've just been eating. And then I realized I was like, that's why my lifts and everything just plateau because it's like I eat like maybe 80 grams of protein a day.
Yeah.
Instead of like I need like 180.
Yeah.
I would be
I don't
fucking
even count the
jacked.
protein. I don't even count the macros. I just
That's
eat
what I'm
food.
saying. Yeah, I haven't for months, dude. Back
I'm
at
just-
school I did, and I was like big, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's just like I don't know.
I'm just living on autopilot.
back
just
in high
truly
school
living.
mode,
Yeah. You know.
living out my high school dreams at 23. I have everything a man could ask for. I have mid-tier drugs. I have a lady. I can kind of play guitar.
I have a mid-tier guitar, mid-tier drug,
I have
mid-tier
hemorrhoids.
house.
I'm going to the dermatologist on Tuesday to figure out what this HPV is about. My balls are itchy all the time now. My back hurts. What else? What else can I bitch about?
What else can we complain about?
Yeah.
What else can we utterly just fucking whinge about?
Yeah. But I will say this morning, just driving around in the sunshine, like early morning, not hungover as shit, I was like, wow, I'm so glad I didn't go to the casino last night.
Yeah.
I put the 200 cash back in my bank account. I was like, sick.
Yeah. I could provide a little update to the listeners. So I did, so I was like, in the last episode, I was leaning towards an emotional decision of texting the friend who invited me that I'm just not going.
Yes.
But then I thought to myself, hold on. An emotionally provoked message to anyone is never good. And then so I'll give it some time. I'll think about it. And then when he texts me when to go is when I'll tell him.
Yeah.
And then he never told me the day or the time to hang out.
Yeah. Well, because it didn't happen.
But yeah, well, yeah, it either didn't happen or he forgot.
Yeah.
One of the two.
I don't think it happened. If it's who I think it is it the chubby guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anything happened. Because he was supposed to go to the casino last night.
Yeah, well then it's, But I think that's kind of more. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew he would, because he's done this many a time.
Yeah.
And so I knew it was like, why get emotional over something that's not gonna happen? Like, why just send a message of just like provocation?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Well, it's not even gonna happen.
It's
like,
not
it doesn't
even gonna
matter.
happen. Yeah, you're like making a problem.
Yeah, like just live, dude.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. I think that's if there's any piece of advice that like constantly you just gotta listen to, it's that, dude. You just gotta keep living.
So just live, dude. It's not that big a deal.
No, it's really not. It's really not, man. Oh, dude, Mountain just said, I'm appreciating this melancholy night. That's so fucking emo.
Yeah, dude, I love being emo. I love the little fupa I'm getting, my melancholy fupa.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that I've been eating so much sugar, dude. Like, I have, like, it's funny because I'm starting to see, like, definition in my abs up top, but it's just, like...
Yeah, the lower.
I just got, like, the straight-up fucking dad sugar fucking bump.
I've resigned that I'm never gonna have abs.
Yeah.
My thing now is, like, so I've always kind of had, like, the nipples poke through the shirt sometimes.
Yeah.
But I was walking around shirtless in my house, and my mom was like, dude, we gotta get you a training bra soon. I'm like, that's crazy that you just said that.
That is nuts.
That is, but she
That
was
is
just laughing
wildly
hard, like
disrespectful.
the funniest joke on the planet. And I'm not hurt, but it's just like, that's insane. Like,
Nah, you can't say that to somebody, dude.
yeah, you can't. Like, it could land well and be fine, and everyone laughs about it. But that could also just create a massive complex for someone.
Yeah.
And so,
So what, are you doing a lot of push-ups now?
no, I'm doing nothing. No, I'm not doing that. It's beyond the rowing machine, running, and yoga circuit. I don't do anything.
Yeah.
I should do, like, presses and push-ups, but
Honestly, dude, I would just say pull-ups. Like, I'm trying to get to, like, me and the Onion have a bet by the end of August to be able to do 25 in a row. I can do, like, 12 right now, so.
Do pull-ups for chest?
Nah, just, like, in general.
Yeah, no, pull-ups, like, so that's one of the things I noticed, like, during yoga is, like, during, like, I have there's, like, sun yoga for the morning and moon yoga for the night. And the moon yoga has this position where you, like, it opens up, like, your shoulder blades.
Yeah.
And it's, like, crazy, like, how good it feels to stretch that out. And so, like, pull-ups, especially, like, with hanging, too, really nice for your shoulders.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well,
We're going to keep doing them. Cause I got bitch
Like I don't know
ass
if you
shoulders.
do it, but like hanging from the bar, like full extension after doing it, it's like
Yeah.
really good for your shoulders.
I heard if you do that before you go to sleep, it's supposed to help like with recovery.
I believe it.
I don't know why, but that's I think I've read that maybe.
I mean,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't read that much anymore. I gotta get back on that.
I just stare at stuff.
Yeah.
I just
I just mouth breathe a lot now.
I just mouth breathe a lot. I just stare at stuff. I don't think.
I mouth breathe a lot. I put stuff up my nose that I shouldn't.
I get scared.
I get scared. I go to work. That's it.
Work, so I can get scared some more.
Yeah. But it's alright, dude. I hung that LED of the lady with no head, but her ass is sticking out, and she got titties in a wine glass on my
That's
wall.
cool.
Yeah, nobody said nothing, dude. Perks of being an adult male and your
Yeah,
child
I have
at home.
I have a mannequin dressed in lingerie hanging from my wall, and and everyone who's ever come into my room has been like, "Yo, what is that?" and and then I'm like, "It's a mannequin. What are you talking about? What does it look like?" And then they're like, "Why do you have that?" I'm like, "It's kind of cool." And then they just give a bewildered, just like,
Huh?
okay, like just moving on. And then they talk to me about whatever they came to my room for. But
Yeah.
that's just what adulthood is, dude. They can't stop us.
They can't stop us, dude.
They can't stop
Dude,
us.
they literally can't stop us. We're on such a roll. It's such an upswing right now. You know, time might be flying by, but the creative juices are flowing, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I can't like. I mean, this is backtracking a little bit, but I can't explain like just how absurd it is to have a chick come into your room, and then you just have to explain to her like, yeah, like that's a headless mannequin hanging from my wall,
Yeah.
and you can feel safe here.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah, I'm not crazy.
I'm not gonna
you
hurt
can
you.
totally feel safe in this room right now.
I'm not gonna hurt you. You can stay the night.
Yeah, stay the night. I'm not gonna hurt you. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. We got dude, street parking safe. It's fine.
Fucking tremendous, dude. I remember like first time I had like a OG Trump hat, cause you know, used to be alt-right faggot.
Used to be base kings.
Used to be based king. And I remember just like forgetting about it and then having like a chick come into the room and I was just like, ooh.
Yeah.
And she was like a very liberal
Yeah,
lady.
just
And
bleeding
she was like,
heart,
is that real? And I was like, haha, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. I don't actually believe that stuff. I totally believe that stuff.
I believe it all. No, it's very because that's the thing is like I forgot about the mannequin. I forget about it. I forget how weird it is until someone comes in here.
Well, dude, I charged up an old phone the other day. And I found some footage that, you know, from the mannequin. Do you remember that?
No, I remember it. And you know what? Like I'm on a path of no shame to where like objectively that is not good. But
do you want it? I can send it to you.
I don't want it.
Are you sure?
But I will not contest its existence. Like I will not do a Bill Clinton and say I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah.
I did not have sexual relations with that mannequin. I did not.
I mean, it's.
Or rather, I did. I'm sorry.
I think eventually, once things get going here, that should be a Patreon incentive.
Yeah, Patreon exclusive incentive.
Yeah. And like you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but it's good. It is really good stuff.
We're good.
We're good.
It's good.
But anyway, dude, we hit it.
Thank God.
Thank God. X.com/Gash show. Follow us for all of our announcements. We finally have a visual element this week that isn't GIFs, and it's not a PowerPoint of my Snapchat camera roll. So on the up and up.
Yeah, no, we could probably do like Veridi at some point too. It could really change it up.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. All these desktop games.
all these desktop games that could be footage for the
Yo,
show.
Facts, can you look at my Steam wish list and buy me desktop games? Thanks.
Super chat to the video. Buy his
Super chat
desktop
to video.
games.
Alright, yeah. Anyway, have a good week, everybody.